All right. How you guys doing? Having a good night? I am live right now from my phone. My new phone arrived today. So I finally have a cell phone again. So I figured I'd do a little stream from it and like test it out, make sure it's all working good. I don't know why it wouldn't work good. Let's see here. We got say hi to some people. We got Elfrin David Morales Gonzalez here, Henry Olinsky, JJR, Billy Bean, Vic Fletcher. That no pro because why not is here. Nan Cabra, JJR, Harry Olinsky is here. Brian C. Yay for a new phone, yeah. My new phone's here, so we're streaming from that right now. J-Lo. How you guys doing? As for anime, what anime are you watching now? I'm not. I don't really watch anime. I used to watch like One Piece, Foolie Cooley. My fiance used to watch Sailor Moon when she was a kid. I don't really watch anime though. Just got my wisdom teeth pulled this morning. Ouch. I had mine pulled a number of years ago. Have I ever seen Pokemon? No, I've never heard of Pokemon ever. I don't know. What the hell is Pokemon? Is that like that thing where you poke people? Have I read or watched that? I've seen the show. Wasn't a show, or maybe it was a movie. Death Note. I know it was based on a comic book or a manga or something, but so the Age of Calamity demo, I feel like it should be in Game of the Year talks. No, I don't agree with that, but you can battle with them, I guess. What's up, Acer Blade 25? How you doing? Oh man, it feels weird to be streaming from my phone. Raid Shadow Legends. Haven't streamed from my phone in a while because I haven't had one. It's been almost 3 weeks. Why are we talking about animal abuse? Is Age of Calamity better than the first one? I mean, I don't have the full game. All I have is the demo. You can't really say that from a demo. Do you plan on getting a VR headset? No, I do not, David Gamer. I wish I had a phone, not really. What's up, Aaron Curdy? How's it going? So I know the lighting's not ideal. This is my living room at my house with my closet door that you guys... that's like our coat closet that doesn't have an actual door on it. It's supposed to have a closet door. This is my living room. Some Halloween decorations up over there. Family pictures. That's the only light in the whole living room. The only light. There is no other light in here. So if you see like the lighting's bad, it's because it is. Like the light you see back here is coming from the kitchen, which is that way. And then I got my computer here, or my laptop anyways, kids' toys. And then over here on TV, I'm watching Power. Or Power 2 Ghost or whatever. I was a big fan of the Power series on Stars. So I'm watching the new season that's of stuff. Anyways. It's a nice lounge. Well, this is a couch. I got this couch from my parents for my birthday earlier this year. Anyways, this is the living room in the house. How do you unlock Birdo? What are you talking about Birdo for? Whoops. Sorry about that. I don't have a case on this phone, so it's kind of slippery. This is the iPhone 12, by the way, for those wondering. Not the Pro. They were sold out of the Pros, not the Max, because the Max isn't out yet at my carrier. So just the iPhone 12. I'm gonna try to record some videos with this 12 too. It does 4K 60 FPS. I'm gonna try holding the phone here for a bit. What's the difference again? Just can't between the 12 and the 12 Pro. The 12 Pro has 2 gigs more RAM. It has what is it? Telephoto lens, and LiDAR sensor as well, which helps in low light situations with photos, not so much video. And then it's got a, I'm trying to remember, because I can record in 4K 60, but there's something that's only 4K 30. Some sort of video mode's only 4K 30 on the 12. But on the Pro, it's 4K 60, and that's what the extra RAM is for. But I can't remember what video form it is, because I can record with this face cam facing me. I can record with this one at 4K 60. I can also record pointing and shooting at 4K 60 with the 12. So I'm not sure. I can't remember what camera mode video-wise is only 4K 30 on the 12. I'm sure I'll figure it out eventually. Maybe it's a little low light camera. Could be low light, because a lot of the stuff on the 12 Pro is for low light performance, which is, I'm kind of in low light right now, so it is what it is. The actual camera big differences are in the 12 Pro Max, because one thing they did is they fixed image stabilization. So like this is like bumping around. If I was using the rear camera, there's a really great image stabilization on the 12 Pro Max, but I don't have that phone. So I have the 12 Pro, or I have the 12. I'm good. And I got the big 12 too. I got the 256 gig because I plan to record video for the channel with this. So I wanted to make sure I had plenty of space. Did I get the Pikmin coasters? No, I did not. It's only an iPhone 12. Yeah, I know. Kind of first world problems. It's only an iPhone 12. I didn't want to have this at all. I had to spend $600 to get this phone because my other phone was stolen. So, you must have been labeled as invalid traffic because I'm still subscribed, but YouTube doesn't give me notifications. Yep, you're invalid. You're not real. You're a bot. You're a bot. Clearly a bot. All you people watching are bots. That's why YouTube won't give me my money. You're all bots. None of you are real. Is there like a different... Is the top part of my video like... Why is that? So is the top part of my video like a different shade? Like it's kind of blurry or something? It looks like that on my end. Maybe it's a lighting thing. Let me go over to the light. I want to make sure nothing's wrong with my phone. So this is with good light. No, it's still there. Is it there? I'm going to do this. No, orientation's locked. That's weird. Is that it? It feels like there's like 2 different shades. Like it kind of goes here, 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 and then right here. I wonder if there's something wrong with my screen. I need to know. I just got this today. So there's an issue with my screen. So it might not be like that on your guys' end. Yeah, it must just be on my end. Must be something wrong with my screen. Because it's only a section of my screen that's like that. Yeah, no, it's fine for you guys. It's not fine for me. There's a section of my screen that is not lighting correctly. That means I might be returning this phone. Yay. Yay. Because that's not supposed to be that way. I didn't notice that before, but this is the first time I've done video facing me. No, it's not the brightness. Because I had the brightness maxed. It's the, like literally like going to like right here. This looks like very washed out from this section on up, and then down here looks normal. So, and it's uniform across the top here. So there might be an issue with my screen. I'll have to see how it looks like on a normal camera. Maybe it's a YouTube app issue, because they did do a update to the YouTube app. Let me see here. Have I played any of the Jimmy Neutron games? No, I have not. Why was Birdman timed out? Is that an accident? I don't even see him saying anything. Maybe that's the point. I can't see him saying anything. You play Pikmin on Halloween. What are you guys thinking of the beard? Loving it? Hating the beard? It's getting a little long. I'm debating on trimming it down a bit. We'll see. I mean, it's longer than the hair on the side of my head. What's your opinion on Pokemon Crown Tundra? Haven't even played Pokemon Sword and Shield, so how am I supposed to give an opinion on that? What do I think about the Hyrule Warriors demo? Gonna have to wait. I plan to do an impression video on it this weekend. You're playing Burnout 3? Was there any game tie-ins for movies that were just flat out garbage? I'm sure, but I can't think of any right now. Y'all ready for No Nut November? I never do No Nut November. So, I just dropped off my Switch today to be shipped for repair or replacement. Sorry to hear that. What do I know of Baldo? Not much. I am concerned with the frame rate of Age of Calamity. Stay tuned for my impression video. Going up this weekend. Nate be going off while we all suffering. What are you talking about, Nen Caber? What the hell are you talking about? Hey Nate, have you ever played FNAF? Five Nights at Freddy? I know about FNAF. I have played it. Don't really care though about that game. Why don't you do No Nut November? Is it because your wife won't allow it? I'm not married, for starters. As for her, I think these yearly challenges for like, what is it? No shave November 2 or something? No shave November, no nut November, like who cares? Literally, who gives a shit? It's like to me, just like the Tide Pod challenge. Who gives a flying fuck? Like, it's dumb. What am I supposed to prove? Oh, that I can go without sex for a month? Dude, I went without sex for 21 years. I can easily just not have sex or not masturbate for a month. But who gives a shit? I don't need to prove to anybody that I have self-control. Like, who gives a shit, man? I'm fucking 34. I ain't got time for that bullshit. Trump or Biden. We don't talk politics here, so I will not answer that. Did you play any more of Control? Yes. Let's see. Lucky Charms, Colin. High school is different. Why is high school different? You guys act like when I was in high school, which was from 2001 through 2005, was when I was in high school, that we didn't have stupid, dumb, No Nut November, Tide Pod, Ice Bucket, freaking Kiki dancing while the car is fucking moving challenges and shit. We had this shit before social media even existed. Social media wasn't even a fucking thing back then. We had MySpace. Oh my God, MySpace. Nobody gave a shit about your fucking MySpace back then. We used MySpace to play music, copyrighted music. We would take, because you could make music playlists on MySpace. That was like the big thing we did with MySpace. Like, we had these challenges back then. We didn't need social media to have these fucking challenges. Just, who cares? I had No Nut November back then because I wasn't having fucking sex. Who gives a shit about those stupid... It's just dumb. It's something that you learn over time that doesn't matter. Like, all these things, that 99% of what we talk about on the internet just doesn't matter. We waste a lot of our time talking about irrelevant bullshit, talking about challenges and all this shit. I get for entertainment purposes, like if a YouTuber, tries to do something entertaining with No Nut November, I understand. That's about entertainment then. But in terms of just like some personal goal, like Jesus, unless you're a sex addict that's trying to like prove that you can go a month without it, who gives a shit? Did you have a pager instead of a phone? I didn't have a pager or... Dude, pagers? Okay. So, cell phones existed when I was a kid, right? Not smartphones, but cell phones existed. I did not have a cell phone until I graduated high school. My parents' reasoning for this, when am I going to be at a place that I'm not around an adult that they can get a hold of? Now, I could drive at 16, but everywhere I went, there was always another adult, so who cared? And I have that same thing with my kids, except when they're 16, if they're working, they can have a cell phone. Otherwise, they won't have a cell phone either. But pagers were for business people. Those are for business people. What is MySpace? Yeah, see, I'm old as shit. How come Link couldn't do all those insane moves in Breath of the Wild, like eating multiple bombs or more sword moves instead of... Because it's Hyrule Warriors. The gameplay is not going to be the same. Just going through the chat here. Happy Halloween. Yeah, it's tomorrow. I plan to have a video go out tomorrow. We'll see. Probably won't be like Halloween themed or anything special. I usually don't do anything special for the holidays, so I just make content like usual. Let's see here. Just right. I'm good. Have I watched Review Tech USA? Yes, I have. A pinch more of the year and I'm done in high school, so I don't have to hear about dumb challenges. Do you think the dumb challenges stuff goes away when you're an adult? Then Caber, are you aware that I'm 34 years old and I still get asked about dumb challenges? And it's not about YouTube or Twitter or any social media. Like, the dumb challenges don't go away just because you graduate high school. It's part of society. So, yeah. In fact, you'll do even dumber challenges. You'll do some dumb drinking challenges, I'm sure, at some point. At least I did. When you're old enough. Did you get changed to use payphones? We did have payphones, but I never used them. Let's see here. You wonder how gaming was in your days, Prime? How gaming was back in my day. Let's see here. How do I describe gaming back in my day? There was a lot more single-player games. We didn't have day one updates. We eventually got DLC and stuff like that, but that was more like in high school and up. In like the 90s, only certain games got DLC. And in the 90s, we didn't call it DLC. Like, you guys are all, oh, DLC, DLC, DLC. We called it expansion packs. And you paid $40 a pop for them. And they mostly existed on PC games. So, like, you would have, like, Age of Empires, and then there'd be, like, an expansion pack for it. Or you have The Sims, and there'd be an expansion pack for it. And it wouldn't cost as much as the brand new game. But, like, what they're doing as an example, World of Warcraft right now, there's a Shadowlands expansion pack coming out later in November. I think November 23rd is the release date now. Like, that's what it was. We would get expansion packs. We didn't call it DLC. You know, microtransactions didn't exist back then. You know, whatever was shipped on your cartridge or disc, if you were playing on PlayStation, is what you played. What's up, Stare at Me? $2. So there's a benefit and a downfall of that. Benefit is you always got the full game. Benefit is you always got the full game. The negative is if something was broken with the game, it stayed broken forever. So if you, as an example, I had a gold cartridge, Majora's Mask, for the N64. On the gold cartridge version in North America, in only the gold cartridge version of Majora's Mask North America, there was a save glitch. And that glitch would happen if you saved at the owl statue in the, which temple was it? There's only 4. Gosh, the temple that flips upside down. Anyways, if you save at the owl statue right before the boss in that game, and then, you don't save again after, literally, you will have your save file deleted. Your save file will get corrupt and deleted, and you got to start the game all over again. And I had that happen to me twice, 2 times in a row. So I never beat Majora's Mask when I was a kid until Majora's Mask 3D came out on the 3DS, because I was so frustrated after it happened to me the second time, because by the time I got back to that boss, I forgot all about that glitch, and then it happened again. Stone Tower Temple, thank you. Thank you, Demik, for the grade. So, yeah, gaming wasn't really much different than it is now. There was console wars back then, debate between Sega, Nintendo, and then Nintendo and Sony, and then eventually Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo. So console wars were still a thing. We still debated over graphics. We didn't talk about frame rate. Frame rate didn't really come into mattering until we got to HD. And by then, we're at that point, we're at 2003, 4, 5. We're getting towards the end of my high school days. So more into modern generation with the Wii 360 and PlayStation 3. But the reason that frame rate wasn't a big deal is because in general, everything was 60 FPS growing up. If you played on a NES, SNES, Genesis, it was all 60 FPS. It wasn't until we started getting into 3D gaming that things started to become less than 60, and we started accepting less than 60. Everything used to always be 60 FPS. There was no question. Everything was a lock 60. When you talk about frame rate didn't matter, we didn't have to think about it, because everything was the same as the refresh rate of your TV. If you had a 50 hertz TV out in the UK, it was 50 FPS. If you had a 60 hertz TV in the US, it was a 60 FPS game. The FPS always matched your TV. There wasn't a debate over it, because there was nothing to debate. You were limited by your TV. The games were built for your TV. Then we entered an age where it was okay to run at half of the hertz of your TV so you can get better visuals. It was weird. Now, I also gamed on PC. And if you gamed on PC back in the 90s and early 2000s, you got a nice preview of what gaming's like today. Obviously, game installs, updates. Games were updated on PC. You got to play online. I played Age of Empires on MSN Gaming Zone back in the day, for anyone who remembers playing on MSN Gaming Zone back in the day. Yes, the same MSN that is MSNBC, that company had a thing called MSN Game Zone, and a lot of online games in the early days ran through that. I played early Doom. I played a game called Gnome. I played Return to Zork on floppy disks, actual floppy disks. So I played PC gaming growing up too. And that was a whole different world from console. Console gaming was easy. Slap the disc or the cartridge in and play. You don't have to think about it. You don't have to even go through a menu to select games. You put it in, you turn the system on, and you play. Now, PlayStation did it a little different, because you could play CDs, so they had a menu system, like a DVD menu system or a VHS menu system at the time. I guess VHS didn't really have a menu system. Floppy disks. So you have your 3.5 disc. Your 3.5 discs. Those were the hard ones, but the actual disc inside was floppy. There's an older school disc than that. That's what they call it, a 5.5, a 6.5 inch, whatever it was. That literally was floppy. You could go like this. You could literally bend them. And we had those at our schools, because our schools had old school Apple computers, and we would play Math Munchers, Oregon Trail, all of that was on those really old school floppies. Most people don't even remember what a 3.5 floppy was, which was a hard shell, but the actual disc inside was still floppy. Wasn't a hard plate normal hard drives are, and it wasn't obviously a chip SSDs are. But yeah, they were actually floppy back in the day. But yeah, so I grew up on that too. So that PC gaming was always a totally different world, and I always loved PC gaming. I almost liked PC gaming more than I liked playing on consoles because you could play online with people. So you had like this community of multiplayer that just didn't exist really until Halo came out. Once Halo came out on Xbox, things kind of changed. That's when multiplayer gaming and online gaming started becoming popular on consoles. Sure, we had Phantasy Star Online on like the GameCube, and there was a few early attempts for internet-based gaming on consoles before that, but none of them really took off. But I was on PC, so PC always had a superior gaming experience when I was a kid. And even true to this day, PC still has a superior gaming experience if you can afford it. If you can afford it. Now, there's still some convenience with consoles. As an example, I tried playing Madden 21 on my computer that I use in my office for work. So I've got a 5700 XT, a Ryzen 2700X, 32 gigs of RAM, SSD, all that crap. Like, I should have no problem running Madden 21 on high settings. Well, I'm in an online match and the game crashes. Game crashing is something that's always been a thing on PC gaming forever. Whether it's a memory cache issue, whether it's a hard drive glitch, whether it's this or that. That's generally something I don't have to worry about on consoles, because consoles are purpose-built. All the hardware is purpose-built for gaming. So when I get like my Xbox Series X, when it hopefully arrives on the 10th, I order from Target, so I don't know if it's going to be here on the 10th. Their estimated delivery is the 11th to the 16th, but their estimated delivery doesn't matter. It matters when they ship it. If they ship it the Friday before release, it'll be here on release. If they ship it, if they don't ship it until the 10th, then I won't have it till, the 16th or whatever. It all depends on when they ship it. But whenever I get it, if I play Madden 21 on that system, it's not going to crash. The game is highly likely not going to crash. Now, I have heard reports from both PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X media members that game crashing is a thing. It does happen. It's really rare. That's because they're using PC stuff. And believe it or not, RDNA 2 and the Zen processing crap wasn't made specifically for gaming, so there is going to be crashing. It just happens. Now, games can be properly optimized, and then they won't crash. A lot of it's due to lack of game optimization that's causing it, because these have set hardware, so there's no reason for those versions of games not to, they shouldn't crash, but it happens. So anyway, so I expect that to be like a thing this generation where people talk about, why is my game crashing? What the hell's a game crash? Most of us have like never seen a game crash ever on a Switch or a PlayStation 4 or an Xbox One. Like, there's going to be a whole bunch of console gamers that are going to experience game crashing for like the first time this generation, even if it only happens on a rare occasion. I dealt with it on PCs forever, so. Yeah, gaming back in the 90s and early 2000s, just a lot more single-player experiences. We still had multiplayer, but a lot of it was local. Or, if you were like me and you were PC gaming, LAN parties, man, or the Xbox. Who took the OG Xbox and had LAN parties with it, man? You used to be able to hook up all the Xboxes and do these big Halo parties with all your friends locally. It was great, man. People don't do that shit anymore. At least I don't see people doing it anymore. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it still happens. But LAN parties were awesome. I miss LAN parties. Again, PC gaming thing. Or Xbox at the time. That was a big thing at LAN parties too. You did WoW LAN parties back in the day? Multiple locations, same group of friends? Nice. Yeah, dude, LAN parties were fun. New Watch Dogs. Yeah, dude, the new Watch Dogs game looks good. Legion. What time is it right now? It's 9:17 p.m. for me. I did not play any games on Dreamcast besides Crazy Taxi. What did I think of AMD's recent graphic card showcase? Looks great. We'll have to wait for independent reviews, but it looks great. I'll probably buy one next year. Maybe. We'll see. I gotta have the extra money. Dude, Oregon Trail, man. Dude, Oregon Trail was the shit back in the day, man. That was the game of games if you were at school. I still do it with my Switch friends in my house. Okay. Should I get a Switch Lite? That's totally up to you. Does it fit your needs? I personally like playing on TV, so. But yeah, gaming back in my day was, and I had more time to do it. I had birthday parties where I remember a birthday party when I was like 11. We had it at my house. Well, let's say my parents' house. At my house, I was living there, obviously. And we had track and field for the NES. We busted out track and field. Like, this is like, we're already in the N64 PlayStation 1 era. Who cares? We bust out track and field on the NES. Dude, if you couldn't beat me in a race and track and field, get out. You're not even allowed at my party. Dude, we used to get so competitive with track and field. We had the pad and everything, and you're running super fast. You want to talk about a workout? Dude, Ring Fit Adventure ain't got shit on old school track and field. Man, that shit, you would burn so many calories running on that. Who needs a treadmill? Just get freaking NES track and field. I had it on the combo Duck Hunt Mario Bro track and field cartridge. What's my favorite game this year? Probably Animal Crossing so far, but I gotta get some. The Crusader King 3 on PC is a game that I'm highly interested in that I really want to check out. Again, I like PC gaming. I don't buy a lot of PC games anymore. But I want to check that out. I might like that more than Animal Crossing. I like strategy games, so. Where are my contacts? I ordered contacts like a month ago. I know COVID's delaying everything. I hate glasses. I want my damn contacts back. I saw someone ask about my phone earlier. So this is how like the new iPhones come. Like these super thin boxes. Only thing I don't like about this is that it doesn't come with the charging brick. Now you might be like, why does it matter? What about, everyone's got charging bricks according to Apple. Well, here's the thing. Let me show you something. And I knew about this because I had an iPhone 11, so I already knew. But if you look at the charging cord, which I haven't even taken out yet, it uses USB-C, right, on the end that plugs into the wall. You still have the lightning connector. I don't know why they won't just go to USB-C in general. Anyway, so it uses USB-C. They only, for a single generation, gave people USB-C charging bricks, okay? So the idea is, we're saving the environment, this and that. There's only been one generation of iPhones that has USB-C charging bricks, which means there's millions of people that might pick up an iPhone 12, especially if they're on those 2-year payment plans. So let's say they had the iPhone X or whatever, and they're upgrading to a 12, that do not have the charging brick to charge their dang phone with the fast charging. So it was dumb. And then Apple's going to sell you that brick. I think it's like $40 just to buy the brick. It's dumb. Now, because we had iPhone 11 Pro Maxes before, we have 2 of the charging bricks. So I still have my old charging brick, so I'm fine personally. But I mean, I would have liked an extra brick. Now my PC downstairs has a USB-C port, so I have a charger plugged into there. We have the 2 chargers in our room, and then we bought a new car charger that has USB-C on it, so we can get the fast charging in our car. But still, it's dumb. It's dumb that, this is the generation they decided we're finally going to remove the charging brick. Next, they're going to remove the whole port. Because the phone now has MagSafe charging, which is just wireless charging. They're going to remove the charge port one of these years. Just like they removed the headphone jack. You don't even need a headphone jack. Hey, now you don't even need headphones at all. You have to buy AirPods. And you need a wireless charger to charge your phone. It's coming. They're going to do it. Apple's going to do it. One of these years with the iPhone, they're just going to remove the frickin' charger. Yep. All you can do is wireless shitty charging now. Have a good day. It doesn't charge as fast, but we don't care about that. We don't care that some people don't have the time to wait for their phone to charge. Henry Olinsky, if you get a job you like, you never work a day in your life. I think that's kind of a misnomer. As an example, let's say that I worked full-time on YouTube, right? Because I enjoy making YouTube videos and doing these streams. So let's say that I was someone that was like that. I got to do YouTube for a living. I made enough money on here to support my family, set some aside for retirement, all that jazz, right? Got to have money in the bank, save up for a house, whatever. All right, so I'm making it on YouTube. I'm pulling in a good amount of money every month. You know, we're talking 5, 10K, whatever. I'm pulling in the big bucks. I still won't call YouTube not work, because as much as you might enjoy it, work, something being considered work doesn't mean you don't enjoy it. Like if you look up, I'm going to type it right now on the laptop here, work. So the definition of work has nothing to do with whether or not you enjoy it. All right. The dictionary definition of work is activity involving mental or physical effort in order to achieve a purpose or result. So that's it. An activity involving mental or physical effort done in order to achieve a purpose or result. That's work. It doesn't even say an activity involving mental or physical effort in order to achieve a paycheck. You can be doing work that has nothing to do with money. You know, raising children can be work. I can tell you that right now. I'm a father of 3. Raising children is work. Like, it's work. Like, that's the thing. Like, you can enjoy what you do, and it's still work. If there's a goal, if there's a purpose to what you're doing, and maybe that purpose is enjoyment, it can be work. So, like, if I was a full-time YouTuber, it'd still be work. Just because you enjoy it doesn't make it not work. No, I'm not. I wish I was. Life is work, yeah? Pretty much. What's up, Philip? How's it going, man? You can. I believe in you. You know, a lot of people always say, like, you can be a full-time YouTuber. I believe in you. I think there's, like, this innate desire from some of my audience where they want me to be a full-time YouTuber. They want me to reach a level where I just do this for a living and I'm more consistent and I can hire other editors and have better editing and all this stuff. And I think there's that desire in me to get there at some point, but I'm also a realist. I've always been a realist, in so much that the chance of my channel ever getting to a point where I can do it for a living is probably less than 5%. One, because I have 3 children, so I need a higher level of revenue than most do because I have a family. 2, I have debt. I have college debt and other things I have to be able to pay. So again, I'm going to need more money than most people would. And I shouldn't say most people. I guess a lot of people have college debt. But, you know, and in addition to all of that, making it on YouTube at this point isn't up to me. I am at the mercy of YouTube's algorithm. I could bust my butt like I did in September, and YouTube could take all my success away. So there's no real... I don't have a lot of control over whether I make it on YouTube anymore. I just continue to make content. I control what I control. I make content. Like this live stream, since I started this stream, I've lost 10 subscribers. I don't control that shit. I don't control if people subscribe or not. You know, I've been stuck at 61,700 subscribers for the entire month of October. There's no growth at the channel right now. We blew up in September. Then YouTube boned me and said all my views are bots. My views went down into the toilet because of YouTube just doing that to me. And since my views went into the toilet, there went sub growth. I don't have sub growth anymore. I have reached a point of equilibrium. I just stay at 61,700 subscribers. I just stay here. Some days I lose subs, some days I gain subs, but I never gain enough to hit 61,800. I don't think I'm going to move off the 61,700 line the rest of the year. I might never move off that line. I might be stuck here forever. It's not up to me. So, it's up to YouTube. Right now my channel is kind of deplatformed, so What's up, Nintendo Archives? What do you do if you... What you do if you to visit full-time? What are you talking about? I don't understand that question. Hopefully your sub count goes up when Breath of the Wild 2 and Metroid Prime 4 come out. Again, don't control it. I do not control it. It's all up to YouTube. They treat their employees like volunteers. They don't treat them like volunteers. They treat them like they're contractors. Sad state of affairs in the United States is when you sign a contract, what's listed in your contract is never the amount of hours you have to work. You agree to a certain amount of salary for a certain time period that you're there, and that you work as much as they tell you to. That's what happens when you're a contract employee in the United States. So they're not volunteers. They're paid employees. I don't agree with their treatment, but they signed the contract too. YouTube doesn't want indie channels to become big. They only want famous people. Well, YouTube wants already popular mainstream stuff to get popular on their channel because it's advertiser friendly. And advertisers don't have a problem working with already pre-existing popular stuff. Basically, not everyone can be Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast broke YouTube. And good for him. But not everyone can be a Mr. Beast and break YouTube's algorithm. Missed 2011. I don't even remember 2011 YouTube. Mr. Pumpkin's down in the office. Mr. Pumpkin's down in the office. Yeah. I'm not in the office right now. In my living room. Did that thing go? No, it's still there. The discoloration in my screen. I gotta make sure that that's not happening when I'm not streaming. If it's just a YouTube app issue, then I don't care. But I talked about it. Could I beautify myself? What's the beauty settings that YouTube offers? Hold on. YouTube has this beauty thing. Doesn't do anything now. YouTube, you took away some of my fun. Ooh, I could share highlights. So this is kind of my video today, by the way, too, this stream. I had other videos I was going to do today, but then I took a nap. Because my kids are being babysat by my parents tonight. So I took a nap. And because I took a nap, I lost all the time that I was going to make a video with. Because people might get mad, but my fiance's done at work in a half hour. When she gets home, we're planning to go out and have some drinks. We're going to get wasted tonight. Wasted. Because we don't have the kids. And yeah, we're going out late. Like 11, midnight. We don't give a shit. We're going to get wasted. We deserve it, man. It's been a hell of a 2020. I'm wasted right now. I mean, we'll take a cab home and everything, but yeah, it's going to be crazy. Which reminds me, eventually I got to end the stream so I can go get ready because I'm not going to just wear like this. I'm going to dress up, look all nice, throw some